So hi everybody, just a quick little video. Well, who knows, it may end up being not so quick, but video that I bought a couple of new things and I wanted to play with them before I did them with a regular pattern. So first off, I want to say thank you to Susan. You know who you are. She was one of the winners of the January giveaway, the New Year giveaway that I did, and I sent her off her tiles, and she sent me back a lovely thank you note, beautifully designed card with some Zentangle on the front. Excuse me. Pardon me for that. And she included a small gift for me, and I want to tell her I really appreciate that. And so she said, go out and get yourself a couple of new supplies, and I thought, okay, I'll do that. That's what she asked me to do, so it's what I did. So I took myself over to Hobby Lobby this weekend, and I wanted to get some paper that was the tan or the gray paper. I've seen that in the sketchbooks, and I've seen people use it, and it looks really, really pretty. And I wanted to try that instead of the white, you know, the regular white stock. And my white stock, I just take it out of a sketchbook. Let me show you my sketchbook. Just this plain old sketchbook, drawing paper, 75-pound, just sketchbook. Got this one, I believe it came from Jerry's Artorama, but it could have been Dick Blick, I don't remember. It was one of those. When they were having a really great sale, they were buy one, get two free on their sketchbooks. I couldn't pass that up. So, anyway, it's a paper that I like the feel of it, but it's thicker than typing paper, but it's not as heavy as cardstock. But I like the texture. When I went to the sketchbooks that had the gray or the toned paper, I didn't like the texture. It was way too smooth. It was too slippery. It was like slick. And I didn't like it. So I went searching around, and I found a pack of heavyweight cardstock. And it came in all these lovely colors. These are my little cut-off pieces. I've already cut them into squares. But it came in, see how it looks like it's white, but it's not really. It's a little bit beige, a little bit textured. And then this sort of a yellowish color and a like peach tone. And then like a craft paper and a gray. So I ended up with all these various colors, which I think, you know, it's really weird. This craft paper one on my camera looks more orange than it is. That's strange. Let me turn up my light. Maybe if I get more of this daylight, it will change color. Nope. Nope. Not quite the same colors as what I see in real life. This is much paler. But anyway, I just wanted to say that I've cut some up into squares, and I'm going to play with them. But I also want to play with, I'm just going to, I think I'll leave them fanned out like this, because I can make these into like bookmarks. This is the leftover piece that's after I've cut my paper that I end up with left over. I also picked up this package of pens. Ugh, light. Okay. I'd not seen this brand before. I know Zig is a good brand of markers, a Kuretake Zig. But I had not seen this Millennium assortment before, and it was half the price as the pack of comparable microns. And they're the same sizes. I'm going to open it. I just got it. Come on. Open. And it says it's light fast and odorless and suitable on paper for technical drawing, doodling, writing, sketching. And I've used Kuretake brand markers before, the Zig markers, but I'd not had this Millennium. The ones I had in my pen review from last Christmas, I think they were... have my Kuretake one in here? I do not. Huh. I thought I had a Kuretake. Oh well. So I thought I was going to test these in a couple ways. They have the sizes from the smallest, the 005, the 01, 03, 05, and 08. Just kind of just like the Sakura ones. But what I wanted to do was I was going to grab the 01. I want to see what that feels like in my hand. Looks like it's got a nice, nice tip. What's that on my fingers? Oh, just, who knows. Nice tip to it. So we'll give that a go. I want to test it with water to see if it smudges. So I'm just going to pick one of these. I'll pick the brown one and see how it writes. Okay, it writes nicely. Like that. Okay, let's do it on a different color stock. I want the gray because those are the two colors I really wanted to try. Wanted to try the brown and the gray. I do something similar on this one. I've got weird things happening down here. There we go. Now we got a cluster of grapes. Okay. First thing I want to do, make sure that that's dried enough. I'm going to get myself a little bit of water on a brush, and I'm going to check to see if it smears with water, and it does not. Good. Excellent. That's a good sign. Okay, that means I can use it with any of my coloring that I like. If I want to use watercolor, or if I want to put it down, I don't think I have a piece of, I don't have a piece of that where I made the background, the Tattered Angels background. I don't have any of those left, so I can't test it on that. But I want to test another thing. Somebody suggested that if I'm using colored pencil, besides using the blender pencil, that I could use a blending stump. And Melinda Barlow uses odorless mineral spirits, but somebody else suggested that plain old Vaseline works. So I got this tiny little thing of Vaseline that you can use for your lips, because I didn't want to buy a whole big old tub just for this. And they suggested I just put a little tiny bit on the end of my blending stump and blend it. So I'm going to try that with, I'll put a little blue. I really like the look when people shade with the blue pencil. And I'd like to do that sometimes. Let me see how that works. I've never done this before, so I'm just going to put just a little dab on the end of my blending stump. I don't want to do too much. I don't want it to be all like greasy or anything. Ooh. Oh, look how pretty that works. That works pretty good. Oh yeah, you don't need much. Okay, well that was a good hint for whoever left that hint. Thank you. I like that. How about, I think I'm gonna make, I put a piece of tape in the middle of this so that I can put one end of my stump to be the cool colors, the blues, the greens, purples, and on the other end do the reds and the oranges so that I don't like contaminate them. So I'm going to try this again with a pink and just see what it looks like. Like that. Just a little dabble. Okay, that's pretty cool. I like what that does. Okay. I want to see what regular shading looks like here. I'm going to do it here too. Just on the different colors, how they, I'm just playing. When you get new supplies, this is the best thing to do, is just to get a scrap of it and play to see what they do and how they respond. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm gonna do that again here. I'm gonna play with the blue and the pink on the other color. I didn't even dip this back into the Vaseline. I'm just leaving it with whatever's left on it. That's more than enough. Okay, that works. Oh, how pretty. Okay, so now I've got a new tool in my tool bag to use on tiles. So in the next week or so, I'll probably be deploying some of these things. I might not move to my new pens until my Micron actually runs out, but you never know. I may decide that I just feel like using these other ones. I will, the day that I change over to the new pens, this is what they look like, by the way, out of the package. I will, what am I trying to say? I will change the description below. I also will change the description to include this cardstock. This is heavier than the cardstock I've worked with before. It's heavier than the ones I use for my underpaper for my colors. So, not a lot heavier, but a little bit heavier. But it's got a nice texture to it. So, anyway, that's all this is. I'm not drawing anything in particular for this video. I just wanted to say thank you to Susan and play with some of this. And now that I know how it all works, I can move on to starting this week's Tangles. I will turn off my machine and I'll be back in a moment to do the new Tangles. for this week. I will see ya. Bye.